I have over 450 fragrances. No one needs this much. But these are the 10 that are the best of the best, the cream of the crop. Now, I put these on my desk. I don't want to include them in the actual list because they're kind of boring. They're amazing. Bleu de Chanel Parfum and Dior Homme 2020. These two are amazing. Get them if you need something easy and versatile that is just a stupid reach that you just smell amazing with. Bleu de Chanel Parfum is my favorite Bleu de Chanel, and then Dior Homme 2020 is an amazing fragrance. But these two are the best of the best. I don't want to include them in the list because I think they're a little bit boring. I mean, the rest of the list is pretty boring too, but let's give it a go. Let's talk about the first one, Parfums de Marly Sedley. This is a fresh, beautiful Sprite kind of smell. It's super aromatic with some citrus, fresh bergamot, lemon, lime. It's just insanely powerful here. It dries down to a nice clean, musky approach here, kind of clean fabric softener, woody kind of vibe, sandalwood, cedarwood kind of style. It is amazing. This is one of the best blue fragrances that money can buy. It is a bit more pricey. The best place I've found that sells Parfums de Marly. I've gotten a lot of Parfums de Marly off of eBay from credible sellers, but also Aurora Fragrances has great prices for Parfums de Marly. But Parfums de Marly Sedley, one of the best blue fragrances of all time. It's a sharp citrus fragrance with this nice musk and wood accord in here. It's just fantastic. If you really like Ambroxan, give it a go. Let's keep it in the blue theme. This one is kind of discontinued, but this one is one of my favorites in my collection, and that's what we're talking about here. Armani Code Colonia. This is an orange blossom version of Armani Code, and it's just fantastic. I have another Armani Code here, the Parfum version, and I would swap these ones out in a heartbeat. So I'll just put the Armani Code Parfum on the list, but the Colonia is so amazing. I'll keep it in the actual things that are being sold right now. Armani Code Parfum. This is fantastic stuff. This is always a must grab for me. If I'm not knowing what I want to wear, I can spray this one on and it works every time. I've gotten so many compliments from this thing, it's kind of unreal. This is a fantastic version of Armani Code. It has a little bit of an iris accord in here, which is lovely, but it's that rich tonka bean kind of smell, that Armani Code DNA, fresh bergamot, fresh citrus, and that nice iris accord. It's a must try. If you have not tried it yet, go to any kind of Macy's, Sephora, and give it a shot because it's one of the best. I always recommend it to anybody who's looking into getting a really nice fragrance to rock. This is an everyday fragrance. You can wear this anytime, anywhere. This one might shock a lot of people, but it is kind of a cheapie. You can pick it up for like 50 bucks. Sometimes you can pick it up for like 40, and on the high end, it's about 60. This is Mercedes-Benz Club Black. This is a vanilla smoky, with this nice orange blossom accord in here. It's fantastic. It's vanilla heavy and it's smoky too. It's got rich incense in here. It's got this nice, beautiful character in the top, but it dries down pretty linear. It's a very heavy, just vanilla smoky fragrance. There's not much going on in here that's like up and down. There's no transitions or anything. It's just the same fragrance through and through, which, I mean, it smells amazing. That's not a gripe at all on it. It's a very linear vanilla fragrance with a nice smoky vanilla kind of smell. Love it. Love this stuff dearly. It's really great. This is still by far one of the best vanilla fragrances of all time, and it comes from Mercedes. So another one, this is Powdery Iris. This is kind of similar to the Dior Homme Intense kind of vibe, and I was going to include Dior Homme Intense, but I pulled this one out first, and I was like, I would like this one a lot better. So this one, because I was debating on whether or not to put Prada L'Homme on this list, but I just decided let's mix up the two. Let's put Dior Homme Intense and Prada L'Homme into one fragrance and we get something like this. This is so magnificent, classy, upscale man. Powdery Iris, this nice vanilla creaminess in here. This is just remarkable. Nice woody tone in here, but it's a nice powdery floral iris. Sophisticated, dark, masculine, gentlemanly. This is amazing stuff. Perfect for a date. It's kind of floral and it's kind of unisex, but it's so magnificently done, powdery, seductive iris with this just amazing blend in here. Very similar to Dior Homme Intense, if anybody's familiar with that. It's that powdery iris, that lipsticky kind of vibe. It's the same ingredient that they put in lipstick. Got a little bit of a woody tone in here, a bit of a neroli kind of smell, and then just this amazing kind of tonka bean chord in here. This is incredible. Prada L'Homme Intense, one of the best if you're looking for a nice dating fragrance. All right, one that I love to wear. This is just class in a bottle. This is Sauvage Parfum by Christian Dior. So this is a nice barbershop fougere kind of smell. This is a heavy patchouli, oak mossy with this nice lavender mix in here. It's a bit green and herbal. This is made for a professional man, a guy in a suit, a CEO, I guess you could say. This screams off class, sophistication, and just gentlemanly vibes. If you're looking for a nice barbershop-y fragrance, I would highly, highly encourage you to get this one. It's a very lavender forward heavy. It's in the same kind of realms of Vetiver by Tom Ford. It's a classy gentleman at its finest, and it's like perfect. Like, I always gravitate towards this whenever I'm doing any kind of professional work. I always try to wear either Sauvage Parfum or Vetiver or Tom Ford's Great Vetiver, those kinds of fragrances. The upscale, classy, gentlemanly ones. They smell a little bit older, so you're gonna smell like somebody's dad. So if that's your jam, definitely go for it. Speaking of Tom Ford, Ombre leather is one of my favorite leather fragrances of all time. I remember when I first picked this one up, I wasn't a really big fan of it, and the girl I was dating at the time, she didn't really like it either. I since then returned it, and then I was like, you know, really torn. I really wanted to smell like that. So I picked it up a year later or so, and I got to wearing it, and I wore a whole bunch of it. I actually got the Parfum version, and I didn't really like the Parfum version. I thought it was a little lighter. I kept the cap. I accidentally mixed up the caps when I was trying them side by side. But yeah, this is a nice white floral, leathery fragrance with a nice animalic tone in here. It's just so fantastically good. I am so sad that I wore a bunch of different fragrances this last winter, and I never got to pull out ombre leather as much as I wanted to. I only got to wear it like once, twice I think, but it was very limited. I really wanted to wear a lot more of it, but this is one of the best leather fragrances of all time. All right, the next one, I picked this one up recently, and it has quickly rose to the top of the most desirable fragrances in my collection. This is Sospiro Vibrato. Fresh citrus, a lot of ginger in here, musky tones, and a ton of ambroxan. Nice creamy dry down as well. This is so smooth in the dry down. It's so unbelievably good. I was a little hesitant. I have Bleu, which is a kind of a clone of Bulgari's Tiger, and then this is kind of been inspired by off that. So it's kind of all mixed, intermixed together. And I was a little concerned. I was spending like 200 bucks on this bottle, and I wasn't really sure if I was gonna like it or not. I got it in, and I absolutely am in love with this stuff. Whenever I get to wear it, it's such a joy. It's so fresh, citrusy. It's a compliment magnet. And then the dry down is just this nice musky ambroxan, fresh ginger, a little bit of a fruitiness too, but it's very hidden away underneath. It's so smooth. It's so incredible. I love wearing this stuff. I'm gonna be wearing it a ton this summer. I wore this one recently, YSLY Eau de Parfum. This is by far one of the best apple ginger fragrances that I've ever put my nose on. I've wore a half a bottle of it. It's just one of the fragrances that I love. I love, love, love. I bought this one back in 2019, so the bottle is pretty old at this point. It's almost 6 years old. That's depressing to know that 2019 was 16 years ago. Not 16, 6. I don't even know what's going on anymore in my life. Incredible fragrance here. It is a bit, generic nowadays. There's so many companies that have come out with this kind of DNA, that have put their own DNA into their bottles. If nobody really knows how perfume is made in a lot of these companies, they just, a lot of companies just use manufacturers, and they make the oils, and then they just ship it to them. They fill it up with ethanol, put it in their own bottle, and then sell it back to you. A lot of these clone companies or companies that just pop up, they're all using the same manufacturers. I think I don't want to name any names, but they're all using essentially the same manufacturers. They get it shipped to them. The perfumers put it into their bottles, probably mix it up a little bit, so it's not the same thing, but it's pretty easy. And then they just put it into a bottle and then ship it out to you. I don't know what sprung on that tangent. All right, the last one, Vetiver Sensuel. This is a fantastic Mancera fragrance, and I would highly encourage you to try it. This is not dirty vetiver. It's a clean, seductive vetiver with this just amazing cedarwood, sandalwood kind of balance in here with this nice orchid character that kind of just like balances out everything. This is not a dirty vetiver though. Vetiver Sensuel, you would think like vetiver has an earthiness to it. This is not that. This is clean, it's sophisticated, it's fresh citrus in here. There is a ton. There's like lime, mandarin orange, bergamot. I think there's even an orange in here, lemon. It's just packed full of citrus that makes it super fresh and very versatile. Easy spring and summer fragrance to wear, but this is like a fantastic fragrance by far. Let me know in the comments down below, how many fragrances do you have in your collection? Do you need all of them? And what are your favorites in your entire collection? I would love to know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching the channel, everyone. We'll see you next time.